Hello everyone. During today's webinar, we would like to show you how you can significantly improve budgeting and GL period closing in QED with 32Soft data loaders. The goal of any business is to produce timely and accurate financial statements within a reasonable period of time after period has ended. To reach the point when financial statements can be generated, you need to reconcile and enter many details in QED. In general, monthly closing date is no more than 5 to 6 business days after the month's end. Year-end closing takes longer. This is usually a busy and stressful time for the accounting department, who needs to ensure that all daily operational transactions have been recorded, sub-ledgers have been reconciled with general ledger, monthly, yearly journal entries have been entered, balance sheet accounts have been reconciled, revenue and expense accounts have been reviewed, and many more. Year-end process may also involve creating and entering in QED new budget that would allow heads of departments to efficiently track their budget and expenses throughout the next financial year. All these activities can be managed more efficiently with 32Soft data loaders. 32Soft data loaders will allow you to significantly decrease time you will need to spend on both data entry and analysis during month and year-end closing. We would like to show you today 3 separate data loaders designed around General Ledger in QED. These are GL Transaction Loader, GL Budget Manager, and GL Analyzer. With 32Soft GL Transaction Loader, you can mass upload and download GL transactions into Excel directly from QED. 32Soft GL Transaction Loader will change your perception of inevitable and time-consuming tasks of entering GL transactions in QED. It will turn it into a very quick and easy step and allow you to concentrate on more complex issues during months or year-end closing. 32Soft GL Budget Manager allows to download from QED directly into Excel existing budgets. You know how difficult to review a budget using standard QED reports. GL Budget Manager presents a budget in a simple, easy-to-read format close to the one it is originally created. It allows you to modify existing or upload new budgets into QED directly from Excel. GL Budget Manager also allows to download actuals for a specified financial year and a range of accounts, sub-accounts, or cost centers, and use it as a baseline for a new budget or run budget versus actuals comparison. With 32Soft GL Analyzer, you can download from QED directly into Excel, trial balance for a specified period, and drill down into each individual amount in it. You can review general ledger activities and look into details of underlying documents. Technology behind 32Soft data loaders makes GL Analyzer very efficient when it comes to data reconciliation in QED or consolidation of financial statements. Let's now look how this 32Soft data loader works. The 32Soft GL Transaction Loader that you see on my screen is an Excel spreadsheet tool for creating new and browsing existing GL transactions in QED. Accounting department usually need to key into QED a number of GL transactions at the end of each month or year. Those could be accruals, payroll, marketing expenses, commissions, etc. Number and size of those transactions vary from business to business, ranging from just a few lines to a few hundred of lines. Often, transactions that need to be created in QED are already prepared in another Excel file. I have a really simple one, just for demonstration. So if this is a case and you have 32Soft GL Transaction Loader, you just need to copy those transactions from one Excel file and paste it into 32Soft GL Transaction Loader. You will need to stick to a predefined format. So I'm just copying the transactions that I have prepared into GL Transaction Loader. once you copy the transaction, you need to specify reference number. You can leave it blank and let QED assign it automatically, or you can specify your own reference number. When you specify your own reference number, for standard GL transactions, it should always begin with GL. This is QED limitation. Also, GL reference number must be unique. You will not be able to upload transaction into QED with GL reference number that already exists there. Once you entered or copied all transaction lines, you just need to click on Upload button. Loader will validate data prior to upload, and if no errors are found, will upload GL transaction into QED. If it will find an error, then no data will be uploaded and error message will be returned into QED. So I just entered an existing account number and will upload transaction into QED. The transaction loader will identify the error and show me what's the error message, show me the error message details. I just need to fix it and repeat the upload, and transaction will be loaded successfully into QED. GL transaction loader allows also to use statistical and memo accounts within GL transactions. It excludes those accounts from subtotal calculation and ensures that uploaded transaction remains balanced. I have an example of such transactions, so I'll just quickly demonstrate it to you. I will change my transaction number because otherwise I will get error message, or I can leave it blank and let QED assign it automatically. As you can see, transaction loader identified statistical account and correctly calculated transaction summary to make sure that transaction remains balanced. If, for example, you create similar transactions each month, you can download them from QED into Posted tab, and then copy-paste transaction into the Upload tab. I will select one of the transactions here. This is the relatively large one. Once I make the required changes, I can repeat the upload, and new transaction that is a copy or based on the template from on the existing transaction will be downloaded into QED. In addition to standard GL transactions, GL transaction loader allows you to create reverse transactions. Logic is the same as for standard GL transactions, but you will need to select different upload button. And transaction reference, in case you want to use your own reference number, should start with RV for reversed, which is also QED limitation. As you can see, the interface of GL transaction loader is very simple and intuitive. If you're entering GL transactions manually into QED, I can assure you it will save you a lot of time during month-end closing, time that you can allocate for more complex tasks. This was a short demonstration of 32Soft GL transaction loader. If you will have questions, I will be answering them at the end of the webinar. And now I would like to show you another tool, which is 32Soft Budget Manager. Budget Manager allows you to manage QED budgets from the Excel spreadsheet. It has 3 tabs: Upload, Download, and Actuals. With these tabs, you can create in QED new budgets and download from QED existing budgets, or download actual amounts for the specified financial year and range of accounts, sub-accounts, and cost centers. To download from QED existing budget, you need to select a Download tab, Specify selection criteria in the header. For example, I want to download budget for financial year 2013 with budget code B 2013 and click on download. You can download detailed budgets with sub-accounts and cost center details or summarized by account number. You will see details of downloaded budgets in more user-friendly format comparing to standard QD reports. You can also use one of the existing budgets as a base for your new budget and copy-paste it on the Upload tab to create a new budget in QED. I will quickly do this now. If you are using actual numbers as a basis for a new budget, you can download them also into QED directly, into Excel directly from QED. You will need to switch into the Actuals tab, specify selection criteria, range of accounts, sub-accounts, financial year, and click on Download button. Actual amounts on the range of the GL accounts and sub-accounts you specified in the selection criteria will be downloaded into Excel. You can again copy-paste your actuals or just look into them and compare with the budget you have prepared. Once you prepared your budget on the Upload tab, you need to specify budget name and year. I will be creating budget for 2014 with code B 2014 and click on the Upload button. It will take only a couple of seconds before budget will be uploaded into QD. Similar to GL Transaction Loader, Budget Loader performs data validation and uploads data into QED only if it doesn't detect any errors. As in my example, you just saw that in the test database that I'm loading, the budget GL calendar for fiscal year has not been 2014 has not been defined yet, so I received the error message. The proper action for me, if it would be production database, would be to define calendar in QED database and repeat the upload. For the demonstration purposes, I just changed year to the one I know exists in our test database. If you need to make changes to the existing budget, for example, need to modify budget for account 5000, you can download existing budgets to the download tab and copy-paste it into Upload tab, make changes. Since I just uploaded it, I don't need to do the download again, so I will make changes to the budget for this account and we'll click Upload again. Now I want to check if it has been uploaded correctly, so I will download my new budget into Download tab to make sure the changes for account 5000 are in place. And here are those 5000 that I just add. Similar to the GL Transaction Loader, GL Budget Manager also has very simple and intuitive interface, and you just saw it yourself. And this short demonstration concludes concludes my short demonstration for GL Transaction and GL Budget Manager. I will be answering your questions at the end of the webinar, and now would like to pass the control to Alex, who will show you our other tool, which is 32Soft GL Analyzer.
Hello everyone. My job today is to demonstrate GL Analyzer, the tool which has been designed for professionals in finance and accounting departments who want to reconcile GL activities quickly, effortlessly from convenient Excel spreadsheet. GL Analyzer is especially valuable at fiscal period end when massive postings are made, and it's important to be sure that all GL activities are trustworthy as soon as possible. So let's take a look. Similar to the other Excel loaders, on the left-hand side, we do have yellow ranges where you can specify the selection criteria. In this case, which would be used to select the activities we need to work with. Similar to QAD trial balance summary report, we do have entity range, date range, currency, and then the other parameters as well. And then we can press the download button. For the very first time, when we click the action button, the QAD login screen appears. And we should submit the credentials to proceed. The program uses QAD authentication logic to validate the credentials. And as you can see, the program prints the trial balance summary report onto the Excel spreadsheet. So we can browse the activities and look for the numbers which are we interested in to explore more on. For instance, if certain activity does look suspicious to me, I can place my cursor over the number and click the drill down button. So the program will bring the transactional details into the separate sheet. Please note that the total here matching the total on the summary sheet. And transactional view gives me more information on each detail. And also this view provides intelligence to be able for me to do some more thorough investigation. Like for instance, I can look into the other side of GL transaction just by clicking on the transaction button. Or I can go into and click onto the document button just to see the subledger document which originates that GL activity. And I can go on to the next accounts. Like for instance, if I'm interested to see what my sales is, specifically includes in my sales, I can just step on the sales line, count 3,000, and click on the drill down. And then similarly here, I can just look into invoices, and then the program is smart enough to recognize which activity is coming from, which subledger. And it brings me all sorts of, in this case it's invoice, but it could be also bringing me the checks, the accounts payable checks, the vouchers, purchase orders, and so on. I should mention that specifically reconciling the accounts payable, the GL Analyzer allows me to look into some more useful information from this from the transactional view. Like here, if I can see the vouchers and the checks, I'll be able to look into the like for instance into the voucher. Not this one. And then it also provides me with the purchase numbers, the purchase order numbers, which I also can drill down to if I need. And I can print it off or just look in the screen. And then I'll be able to look into the, and then I'll be able to look into the checks issued for that voucher. So this way it gives me pretty much like clear picture of what's going on with the payables, so I can I can make sure easier with what's going on behind these numbers, the summary numbers composing the GL trial balance. Optionally, the GL analyzer can be equipped with a summary view, and let me just show that. A summary view is basically very similar to what Alena showed you in actuals in GL Budget Manager. So that's the view where you can also define the selection criteria and download the actual numbers into the spreadsheet. And this information can be used for, those beginning balances can be used for generating the balance sheet, as well as you can, use this summary sheet for consolidating information across multiple entities if you need to. In conclusion, I'd like to stress that GL Analyzer is reliable and simple to use tool which provides clarity to period activities and instant reconciliations. You no longer need to print multiple QOD reports and reconcile massive data manually, line by line. You also don't need to purchase expensive, complicated Excel solutions to perform reconciliations efficiently. The analyzer is simple, inexpensive, but powerful tool that can be installed to your system within a few minutes by your own IT department, and you can enjoy the immediate result right away. With that, I'm returning control back to Denise for Q&A session.